Howdy there, folks. Kind of trapped inside today. I kind of like doing these videos outside next to the boat or actually on the water, but ooh, it's pouring down rain outside. It's been pouring down rain outside for a couple days now, off and on. It's going to be kind of nasty this coming weekend fishing that tournament, but hey, everybody's got to fish the same conditions as I and my son's going to be fishing, so we'll be right there in the thick of it. What we'll do today is those rattle jigs I got from Santone Lures were so good. I had to take a look at some of their other products, and I got a few items here we're going to take a look at today, and I'll give you my opinion of them. The first of which are these cool looking finesse jigs. Man, they're going to look good. These here happen to be river brim colored. And I can tell you right now, they look, in the package, they look really good. Now, finesse jig is something that you can skip. It's a little bit smaller jig than your normal jig. You got a little bit lighter hook, a little smaller hook on it. But I can tell you right now, even though this is a smaller hook, it's not that wire cheap hooks you see on a lot of even the finesse jigs. Again, the weed guard's installed excellent. The eye of the jig is at a good angle for shaking it and finessing it like under docks in the shade and such. So yeah, it's gonna be a catching jig, I tell you. First thing I always look at on a jig is the hook though, and that's a good hook. For a finesse jig, that thing is stout. All right, A+ on the Santos finesse jig. Texas finesse jig. And us Texas boys do like things made in Texas. All right, let's see what we have next. Let's see. This is a Rayburn swim jig. It's also a finesse. This color's bluegrass. It's got a good shaped head. Let's open it up. Packaged very well. Come out of there. Come on out of there now. Again. Oh, look at that. I like how that, oh, that's going to sit up there. Got a nice flat edge. It's got a good slope, angled head to come through the grass and weeds. So you can fish it in some cover. Again, the weed guard is just the way a weed guard ought to be. And let me tell you, these eyes. Look at the eyes. Hope y'all can see those eyes. Man, them things look real. Yeah. Look real to me. I guarantee they're going to look real to a bass. Let's see, we have another. This is a Rayburn swim jig. Now, I don't know if everybody knows about Big Sam, Lake Sam Rayburn up here in Texas, but boy, other than Lake Fork, it produces some monster bass. I mean, and I'm lucky enough to be able to fish it. I got some property up near there, and I get to fish it. And anything that's proven on Sam Rayburn will work just about on any lake, because I can tell you right now, Rayburn's got just about every type of cover you'd ever imagine in it. I mean, hydrilla. It's got lily pads. It's got standing timber. It's got down timber. It's got drop-offs. It's got rock ledges. It's got everything. I mean, it is the complete lake. So if it can catch, if a lure can catch fish at Sam Rayburn, you ought to be able to catch fish anywhere. Now this here lure, look at the size of the hook on that lure. That is a dandy. You let that big bass come along and snatch this thing, and you put that up in his mouth, and it's over with. And I can tell you right now, this is the color of this one's called White Shadow. And from what I understand, it's one of the best-selling jig colors Santos has. And I can see this jig getting some heavy work out in that muddy water this weekend, because white and chartreuse are going to be some of the top colors. Yes, I'm glad to have you in my tackle box. All right, another Rayburn jig. This is just a little bit bigger one. This one here is the Mexican Heather color. And look at that hook. Man, I can tell you right now, if your braided line is strong enough, you set that hook into a house and pull it off the foundation. You will not have any problem catching bass on that hook. Good stout hook. Love that color. That Mexican Heather color is a good looking color. Look at that head there. I mean, that thing's going to sit up like that, and your trailer's going to sit just right, and that bass isn't going to have any choice but to hit it. And again, look at the eyes. Man, those are some realistic eyes. They're positioned good. That thing's going to look alive in the water. Great color too. All right, now those are the jigs. Now we're going to look at some jig heads. And the first ones here are the piglets. And these are the football style piglets, basically a shaky head. It's a football style shaky head. And when I first seen these, I had ideas. I mean, I had some real ideas. Oh, look at that. I like how the way this screw lock is positioned on that. A lot of them, you'll see them sticking up, and it gives a weird curve to the worm you're fishing. And this one here is aligned just right so that it will be lined up, and that worm will be straight and do what the worm's supposed to do. It won't act stupid. And I can tell you what I'm going to do with these. We're going to, I don't know if y'all seen my video on the shaky drop. Well, we're going to come up with something new. We're going to call it the fumble. And the reason we're going to call it a fumble is because we're going to use a football head, and instead of calling it a football drop, what happens when you drop the football? You fumble. So we're going to call it a fumble. So we're going to put one of these on the bottom, come up about 6 inches, put a drop shot hook, and fish that double rigged. Buddy, under the right circumstances, we'll be catching 2 bass at a time. Man, I like those. And I really do. I love how that screw lock is positioned. Perfect positioning. All right, last but not least, these are the S3 swim bait heads. And I don't do a lot of swim bait fishing, but I do enough. And I bought some great big old swim baits. I mean, look at this big old swim bait. And they've been in my tackle box in there, and I haven't got anything that I was going to fish them with. So I seen these, and I said, you know what, Derek? I think those will work dandy on them big old swim baits you got in there in the tackle box. So let's take a look at them. And I mean, this is look at this thing. Bass don't stand a chance. And it's got a real nice, oversized spring. I mean, and this is a spring. It isn't hard. It's a spring twist lock, screw lock. And this is just a perfect head. In fact, you know what I'm going to do real quick? We're going to see how well this sucker, ouch. Watch out, that hook is hard. Sharp. And I mean, it is needle point sharp. So we're going to twist this on here like this. Like so. Oh yeah, look at that. We're talking. Not quite, almost. There we go. Look at that. Oh, buddy, now I got some swim bait heads. Some serious swim bait head. Look at that. It doesn't take away from it, the swim bait itself. See how it's shaped? It's going to cut through the cover. It's going to help that swim bait actually do its thing. Oh, I can't wait to get this bait in the water now. Too bad it's a little dark and we're going to have muddy water this weekend, right? I've been throwing it this weekend. Oh, I ain't got it quite right. There we go. Now we got it right. Now we got it right. All right. Well, that's my review. It's a little bit longer than my normal reviews, but hey, got a lot of products here. Santone Lures has got something going on. I mean, they seriously got something going on. Now I can tell you why. You got the pros out there using these baits. They're good baits. They really are. So, if your local tackle shop don't have them, go to Santone's website, and I'll give you the link here for you to be able to type in and order you some of these jigs. You'll be pleasantly surprised at the quality, guarantee. Y'all have a good one, tight lines, and thanks. Bye.